Angels are saying, listen carefully, for this moment was not placed before your eyes by accident. A whisper from heaven has reached your soul today because something hidden after the separation is now trying to move closer to you. You have felt the silence, you have carried the weight of unanswered questions, and yet the skies reveal that unseen hands are stirring around your name. Someone who once walked away, someone who once let go of your hand, is now being pulled by a force greater than their own pride. They are trying to return, trying to reach, trying to mend what was broken, though their words may never match the depth of what their heart truly carries. The angels are saying, after the separation, this person has been restless. They thought distance would heal them, but instead, it carved your name even deeper inside their spirit. They tried to escape your memory, but each corner they turned, each silence they drowned in, kept echoing the same truth: they cannot erase you. You became the chapter they thought they could close, yet heaven itself kept reopening the pages. Listen now, because the truth is that this person is still reaching out, not with loud words, but through unspoken prayers, through dreams that visit them at night, through emotions they can no longer deny. The angels are saying, they are trying to reconnect, but not in the same way you once knew. They are cautious, they are hesitant, because they fear the weight of your silence. But make no mistake, their spirit calls out your name when no one is watching. They imagine your face in places they once promised to forget. They replay your laughter in the quiet hours, and it stings their soul with both longing and regret. This is not just human emotion, this is divine stirring, because God is reminding them of what they lost when they lost you. The angels are saying, listen carefully, because your separation was not just a pause, it was a lesson. You were separated to grow, to see, to awaken to the value of your soul. And now, this person who tried to run is finally learning the cost of living without you. They are trying, in hidden ways, to step back into your light. But angels are not asking you to rush, they are asking you to stay still, to receive the message, to know that your value was never lost in their absence. If anything, your worth only multiplied. The angels are saying, this person is trying to build bridges quietly. You may not see their footsteps, but the heavens see their struggle. They are replaying conversations in their head, trying to form words that might heal, but fear keeps choking their tongue. They wonder if it is too late, if the gates to your heart have already closed. And yet, they are being guided to try, because their destiny cannot rewrite itself without the truth they owe you. The angels are saying, after the separation, they pretended to be strong. They laughed in front of others, they posted smiles, they acted as though the break had no effect. But behind the curtains of their life, tears have washed their nights, and emptiness has haunted their days. They are trying to rebuild themselves, but every brick they place falls apart without your presence. They cannot admit it aloud, but their soul is confessing louder than their lips ever will. The angels are saying, listen closely, for this is the hour of revelation. They are trying to return, not just because of love, but because their life feels incomplete. They realize you were not a chapter, you were the book. You were not just a part of their journey, you were the reason the journey made sense. And now, the heavens are stirring their heart, whispering your name into their restless dreams, reminding them that they cannot run from what is divinely written. So hear me now, stay until the very end of this message, because what angels are revealing is not random. It is the sign your spirit has been waiting for. And if you are hearing this today, it means the heavens wanted you to know that someone, after the separation, is still trying, still reaching, still drawn back to the light of your soul. Angels are saying, do not rush away, because what you are hearing now is not ordinary. After the separation, this person has been trying in hidden ways to reach your energy. They may not have knocked on your door yet, but spiritually they are standing outside your life, waiting for the courage to enter. They scroll through memories of you like secret photographs in their mind, replaying the smallest details, the way you spoke, the way your presence shifted the atmosphere, the way your absence now feels like an unfinished sentence. The angels are saying, their silence was never indifference. Their distance was never the end. It was a disguise, a mask they wore to hide the storms they could not explain. They thought time would weaken their feelings, but instead, time became their teacher, forcing them to admit that separation did not erase, it only magnified. And now, quietly, they are trying to stitch together the courage to step back, because your absence burns heavier than their pride ever did. The angels are saying, listen, because heaven is not showing you this without reason. After the separation, they looked for replacements, but every face, every hand, every voice reminded them of you. They tried to escape the echo of your name, but the more they ran, the louder heaven made it. They are restless in the day, unsettled in the night, because their soul keeps telling them there is unfinished business. They cannot escape the truth, you were not a chapter, you were the entire story they never valued correctly. The angels are saying, this person is trying now to rewrite their steps. They want to undo the careless words, the rushed decisions, the silence that cut deeper than any blade. They wonder if your heart still carries space for them, or if the gates have already closed. Yet heaven keeps pulling their spirit towards you, like waves pulled back to the shore. They might not show you their tears, but heaven has seen them. They might not confess their prayers, but the angels have heard them. The angels are saying, stay with this message, for there is more to unfold. After the separation, they saw you rise. They saw you glow even in your pain. They saw you rebuild yourself, and it made them realize how strong you truly are. And that strength now calls them back, not just with love, but with respect. They are trying to come closer because your light has become the compass of their own brokenness. They thought they lost you, but in losing you, they lost themselves. The angels are saying, this is not a coincidence. The reason you are hearing these words is because your heart needed confirmation. You have felt their pull, you have sensed their energy trying to return, but you doubted it. Heaven is saying your doubts are not madness, they are messages. You have been feeling their silent prayers, and you have been carrying the weight of their unfinished love. That is why you cannot let go fully, because their soul has never stopped holding you. The angels are saying, after the separation, they spoke to no one the way they spoke to you. They smiled, but their heart was hollow. They laughed, but their chest was empty. They lived, but it was survival, not life. And now, they are trying to breathe again, but their lungs refuse to fill unless your presence returns. They thought separation was freedom, but it became a cage. They thought losing you was relief, but it became their greatest regret. The angels are saying, stay until the very end of this message, because heaven is showing you the reflection of truth. Someone after the separation is not only trying to come back, they are trying to rebuild themselves for you. They want to appear changed, they want to prove they have learned, they want to show that the pain was not wasted. They are trying, even now, to gather the courage to step out of shadows and walk into your light once again. So listen, heaven is not calling you here without purpose. If you are still watching, still hearing, it means this truth belongs to you. Someone is trying after the separation. They may not have spoken yet, but their spirit is speaking louder than words. And angels want you to know, you are not forgotten, you are not replaceable, you are still the one echoing in their every breath. The angels are saying, lean closer, because heaven is not finished revealing. After the separation, this person tried to silence their heart, but silence turned into thunder inside their chest. They tried to move forward, but every road kept circling back to you. They thought they could bury the memory, yet the memory grew into a garden that no season could erase. And now, like a hidden seed breaking through the soil, their feelings are rising again, unstoppable and undeniable. The angels are saying, they are trying in ways you cannot see. Every time they pick up their phone, your name trembles on their fingertips. Every time they pass familiar places, the air feels heavy with your presence. They imagine conversations with you, but fear ties their tongue before the words can reach you. Still, their spirit is calling, their soul is knocking, and heaven is pushing them closer toward your light. They are trying, but not with noise, they are trying with silent prayers, hoping heaven will do what their courage cannot. The angels are saying, after the separation, they thought distance would heal. Instead, distance sharpened the ache. They thought forgetting you would be easy, but every face they met reminded them of what they lost. They thought love could be replaced, but the truth is, they discovered love was never about faces or names, it was about you. You became the standard, the echo, the measure they could not match anywhere else. And so, even in their silence, they have been carrying you like fire in their veins. The angels are saying, do not doubt what you are feeling, because your soul has been sensing their pull. The sudden thoughts, the dreams, the memories resurfacing, these are not accidents. They are messages from heaven, signals that someone after the separation is stirring, trying, reaching. And though they may not have spoken, their spirit has been writing your name across the sky, hoping the winds will carry it back to you. The angels are saying, watch how heaven works. This person is not only remembering you, they are being transformed by the memory of you. They are trying to become someone better, because the old version of themselves cannot face you again. They are learning humility, they are learning truth, they are learning that love is not possession but devotion. They are trying to rebuild not only their path toward you, but their path toward themselves. The angels are saying, after the separation, they tried to numb themselves with distractions. They drowned in work, they surrounded themselves with people, they wore smiles like costumes. But the emptiness followed them everywhere, reminding them of what truly mattered. And now, that emptiness has become their teacher. It has told them, over and over, that without you, their world is incomplete. That is why they are trying, quietly, steadily, desperately, to find their way back to the heart they once abandoned. The angels are saying, listen closely, because heaven wants you to know this is not coincidence. If you are hearing this message today, it is because your spirit has been carrying questions, and heaven is giving you answers. Someone is trying after the separation. They may be hidden, but they are not gone. They may be silent, but they are not absent. They may be afraid, but their fear cannot overpower the pull of destiny. The angels are saying, do not underestimate the weight of your soul. You were never forgotten, never erased, never replaced. You have been the anchor in their storm, the flame in their darkness, the compass when they lost their way. And that is why, even now, they are trying. They are trying to move closer, they are trying to rebuild, they are trying to confess what their pride once kept chained. So hear this truth, heaven is not revealing this without purpose. Stay with this message, because the story is still unfolding. The angels are declaring, after the separation, someone is still tied to you, still searching for you, still writing your name in their secret prayers. And heaven wants you to know, you are the answer they cannot escape. The angels are saying, lean in closer, for this part is where truth shines brighter. After the separation, this person has lived in the shadow of regret. They carried themselves as though life was moving forward, but their soul stayed behind with you. Every smile they shared with the world was borrowed, every laugh was hollow, because deep down, the echo of your name followed them into every room, every dream, every silent hour of the night. The angels are saying, they are trying in ways that are invisible to human eyes, but clear in the heavens. Their thoughts linger on you daily. They imagine how life would look if the separation had never happened, if the decisions they made were different, if their pride had not created walls between you. And though they cannot erase what has passed, they are trying to write what comes next. Their soul whispers prayers that sound like confessions, asking heaven for a second chance, asking for the door to your heart to open again. The angels are saying, do not think the silence means nothing. Silence has been their punishment, silence has been their teacher. In that silence, they have discovered the truth they once ran from, that no one compares to you. They tried to convince themselves that letting go was best, but the longer the days stretched, the clearer it became, they did not just lose you, they lost the part of themselves that only you awakened. The angels are saying, after the separation, they felt they could live without you. But each attempt to build a future without your presence crumbled like sandcastles against the tide. They are trying now, not simply to come back, but to heal, to grow, to become worthy of what they once mishandled. Their spirit is restless until it finds its way back to you, and that restlessness is the reason you still feel their energy pressing against your own. The angels are saying, heaven has been watching their struggle. When they cried in secret, angels recorded their tears. When they whispered apologies into the air, heaven carried those words into eternity. And though they may never have spoken to you directly, heaven has seen their attempts, heaven has heard their cries. They are trying to find courage, they are trying to break free from fear, they are trying to step forward without trembling. The angels are saying, do not underestimate the connection between souls. Even after the separation, even after time and silence, their energy still seeks you. That is why your heart has moments of sudden heaviness, sudden memory, sudden pull. It is their soul trying to touch yours, it is heaven reminding you that unfinished love is never silent. They are trying to come near, even if the path is hidden, even if their steps are clumsy, because destiny refuses to let them walk away forever. The angels are saying, listen carefully, because this moment is not by chance. If you are still hearing these words, it is because heaven wanted you to know this truth. Someone after the separation is still tied to you, still haunted by you, still drawn to you. Their pride may delay their words, but their spirit cannot deny its longing. And angels reveal this so you may know, you were never forgotten, you were never replaceable, you are still the one their soul bends toward. The angels are saying, after the separation, they have been reshaped by pain. Pain taught them what love truly means. Pain showed them the cost of losing someone divine. Pain broke their illusions and forced them to see what their heart should have honored all along. And now, they are trying, step by step, to transform that pain into courage, to turn regret into action, to find their way back not as who they were, but as who they are becoming. So stay with this message. Do not let go, because the angels are not finished yet. Someone is trying after the separation, trying with tears, trying with dreams, trying with prayers. And if you are hearing it today, it means heaven wanted you to know, their soul is still reaching for you, even in silence. The angels are saying, let your heart stay open to these words, because heaven is still speaking. After the separation, this person did not simply walk away from you, they walked away from their own peace. What looked like freedom became emptiness, what looked like decision became regret, what looked like strength became weakness. And now, in their quietest hours, they are trying to rebuild a bridge back toward you, even if they do not yet know how to cross it. The angels are saying, they remember everything. The smallest details, the sound of your laughter, the way your presence shifted the room, the light in your eyes when you spoke of your dreams. These memories have become their anchor, and they cannot let go. They tried to drown them in distractions, but the memories floated back stronger. They tried to cover them with other voices, but yours always echoed louder. And so, even now, they are trying to find a way to step back into the place where those memories were born. The angels are saying, after the separation, they carried themselves as though life was normal. But heaven saw the truth behind the mask. Heaven saw the nights they turned on the light just to keep from feeling the darkness inside. Heaven saw the tears they never admitted. Heaven saw the prayers they whispered when no one was listening. They are trying now, with every ounce of their strength, to undo what pride once convinced them was right. The angels are saying, listen closely, for their soul is restless. Restless souls cannot hide. Their silence is not absence, it is a loud cry waiting to be heard. They may not speak it, but their energy pulls at you. You feel it in the sudden weight of memory, in the dreams that visit unexpectedly, in the longing that awakens at strange hours. This is not coincidence. This is their soul trying to reach yours across invisible lines, hoping heaven will make the connection complete. The angels are saying, they are learning now what they did not understand then. They are learning that love is not about possession, but presence. They are learning that separation is not the end, but a teacher. They are learning that you were never ordinary, you were divine, a gift, a light they mishandled. And so, in this season, they are trying to become worthy of what they once lost. The angels are saying, heaven is showing you this message because your spirit has been waiting for clarity. You have wondered if their thoughts ever return to you, if their heart still remembers, if their soul still longs. The answer is yes. Their spirit has never stopped reaching. Their silence is heavy because their love is heavy. They are trying, even now, to gather the courage to let their heart speak louder than their fear. The angels are saying, after the separation, they dreamed of you. Dreams where you smiled, dreams where you turned away, dreams where you stood at the distance they could not cross. These dreams have haunted them, guided them, humbled them. And now, even as they walk through their waking life, they carry those dreams as signs. They are trying to interpret them, trying to understand why heaven will not let your name leave their soul. The angels are saying, you must know this truth, you were never erased. You were never forgotten. You were never replaced. In fact, you became the very standard against which they measure everything else. Nothing fits, no one compares, no moment feels whole without your shadow. And so, heaven reveals today that someone, after the separation, is still trying. They are trying with every thought, every memory, every prayer that whispers your name into eternity. The angels are saying, stay with this message, because heaven has not finished revealing. Their story is not over, your chapter is not closed, and this connection is still alive in the unseen. Someone after the separation is trying, and heaven wants you to know it now. The angels are saying, listen with your whole heart, because this final revelation is for you. After the separation, this person thought distance would break the bond, but distance became the proof that the bond was eternal. They carried themselves with false strength, but every silent night proved otherwise. Their soul was never free from you, and heaven has been stirring within them the courage to return, to confess, to rebuild. The angels are saying, even now, their heart beats your name in secret. They walk into crowded places, but it feels empty without your presence. They smile for the world, but inside they ache for your laughter. They speak with others, but no voice can replace the comfort of yours. They are trying, in ways unseen, to bridge the gap, to step closer, to let their spirit speak what their lips cannot yet say. The angels are saying, this connection was not random. Heaven wrote it into the fabric of destiny. That is why you feel the sudden pull, the unexpected memory, the moments of unexplainable longing. It is their energy reaching for yours, it is heaven confirming what your heart already knows. After the separation, they are still trying, still longing, still carrying you as the unfinished sentence of their life. The angels are saying, this person is humbled now. Their pride has melted into realization. Their mistakes have turned into lessons. Their regret has shaped them into someone who sees your worth with new eyes. They are trying not only to come back, but to be worthy if they ever stand before you again. Heaven is guiding their steps, heaven is softening their heart, heaven is pushing them to see that what they lost was never ordinary, it was divine. The angels are saying, you must hear this, you were never abandoned by heaven. Even in the silence, you were being honored, uplifted, protected. Your tears became prayers, and those prayers became the very wind pushing them back toward you. The separation was a pause, but not an ending. It was the soil where growth began, and now heaven is watering the seeds of reunion in ways you cannot yet see. The angels are saying, do not think it is over. Do not think your story has closed. The page is still turning, the ink is still fresh, and destiny has not finished writing. This person is trying, through dreams, through prayers, through the quiet fire in their chest that refuses to die. They are trying, and heaven wants you to know it. The angels are saying, hold this truth close to your heart. Someone after the separation is still tied to you, still longing for you, still guided toward you by forces greater than themselves. You do not have to chase them. You do not have to beg for clarity. Heaven is already arranging what belongs to you. Their spirit will find its way, because love written by heaven cannot be erased by distance, silence, or fear. So hear this as the final note of the message: you are the one they cannot forget. You are the one heaven continues to highlight. You are the one whose presence still burns in their soul. And today, heaven has confirmed it. After the separation, they are trying. And soon, their silence will turn into words, their distance will turn into steps, their regret will turn into action. The angels are saying, you are not forgotten, you are not replaceable, you are the destiny they cannot escape.